Yeah, I thought she was from China actually. Yeah, because she was with a very studious group. So they were like, okay, we are poly, we first year. I don't think so. We'll be sitting down there and studying, right? For me, I didn't really see as like a Chinese girl, Malay girl, or Indian girl. I only look at it, okay, it's a girl. So she's my partner, my wife, Shirleen. She's 27 years old. She's currently a nurse.
He's Calvin, 28 this year. Actually, both of us, even though we're at the same class initially, but we don't really mix together. That means he have his own clique, I have my own clique. Like during group projects, I find like he's a funny person. Then for me, right, I'm more of like those type who likes maybe those kind of funny guy.
Okay, when she first came to school, she didn't look local, so I didn't really talk to her much. So we were in the same group, discussing certain projects and all that. There was one day she actually dressed up quite nice. I think it was a presentation. So she tried the place and I said, okay, this girl's not bad. And that's when we will start texting. We were actually texting using an app. She was Text Freak, the name of the app. I don't know if it's currently working or not. So we actually didn't have our handphone numbers at the moment, even though we were in the same group. I thought she was from China actually. Yeah, because she was with a very studious group. So they were like, okay, we are poly, we first year. I don't think so. We'll be sitting down there and studying, right? At first, okay, maybe she's not a girl where you give a second look.
I find after getting know more about him and his culture and everything a little bit too overwhelming for me. That's why I said I need like kind of a break first to make me think like whether is it okay or not to continue because it for him and his family wise and my family wise the culture is very big. Yeah, then after that when I go to overseas I'm like have some mind of my own without anybody to disturb. Then I was like thinking like actually not fair, huh? Only my side, my point of view. Then I never really like try to because when I say the time off, right, I didn't actually tell him why.
So we were actually quite close. We will usually go to each other's house and go for dinners together with the parents and all that. So it was kind of a officially a relationship already. Maybe because my culture is more of like family gatherings, family events, like maybe once a month go for family dinners, like big family dinners, not just my immediate family. For herself, she only meet her family members once a year, Chinese New Year.
Relatives.
Then the rest of the days is only 4 of them. And then individual birthday to get the grandmother involved. Then I still remember the year it was SG50 when we go back together. And we go back together on, I think it was on a national day. For me, I didn't really see as like a Chinese girl, Malay girl, or Indian girl. I only look at it, okay, it's a girl. And religion-wise also I'm open. Even my family is open about religion.
Before, when I said yes that we can like maybe be boyfriend and girlfriend, I was like thinking a lot whether my parents can accept or not because they are quite traditional.
I think after first year of relationship together, Chinese New Year I'll spend with her family like the entire day. So I kind of get used to the culture about giving the oranges and all that. So her mother actually taught me like, okay, you need to prepare 4 oranges with a red bag and then you need to give to the elders and all that. So Tibawali, she come over to my place, then we'll go to my uncle's house where my grandmother lives.
It's more like an eye-opener because my side is only Chinese New Year and that's it. For him, he has a lot like Easter and then for Catholic will be like Christmas and then also got Deepavali, so it's like a bit overwhelmed for me. His grandmother, he doesn't speak English. Yeah, so I have a very hard time communicating with her, even though she is very interested to talk to me, but both of us cannot talk to each other. For him, right, it's quite easy because he learned Chinese before, and also Malay. So for my grandmother, he's able to communicate in Malay and understand a bit of Chinese. So for him, it's like no problem, but for me, it's like a lot of problem. After they like introduce me and talk to me like in English version, then after that, they will talk among each other in Tamil. Then I feel a bit left out. Yeah, so this is a part also I wanted a bit of a time out. I got him a bit lah. I say like, can translate. I don't understand anything. Then after that, when he translate, right, but like the joke was over. So I'm like, okay, should I laugh or should I not laugh? Because before that, all of them were laughing already. And then I'm like,
so I think certain jokes are meant to be in a certain language. When you convert it, when you translate, it won't look like a joke anymore. So when we were arranging for marriage, that period of time, so that's when it came up like religion-wise, whether she needs to convert to Catholic and all that. So for me, we were open, my family, we told her it's okay, we don't need to convert. You can just stick to Buddhism, I'll stick to Catholic. So, and then for Catholic, actually, if you need to get married, we need to be baptized in the church and all that. So we actually had a bit of issues, like getting the approval of the church to practice a Catholic wedding without another partner being a Catholic. So certain portion of the procession of the wedding we cannot be practiced. Then for the Chinese version, issues were actually she's a Cantonese, so she actually told me like you have to do this out to come over to the house. I think it's a Kotali, is it?
Yeah.
What you need to prepare and all that. So that's when we not really had issues, but we had to really discuss a lot of things.
But I was a bit scared that he will ask me to convert. When the parents say it's okay that I don't have to convert, I'm like, okay, that's good. Yeah, then from the marriage part, right, I know that for Christian or Catholic, they have to go to church. So when I find out that I need to get that marriage preparation course that you have to go to every Sunday, I'm like, oh, okay, that means then I'm like, but then I was thinking like positively lah. I'm like, okay, at least I still can get to spend time with him. For me is that time out really give me like a lot of thinking. So how to say, when after that break, right, I managed to sit down and really talk to him. Last time before the time break, we have a lot of fights, like small little fights, arguments. Yeah.
We actually told ourselves that even after our wedding, we should not have fights more than 24 hours. Regardless of what time, maybe even like at night 11 o'clock we have a fight or argument, then next day we should be okay after we sleep and wake up. We are going to stay together. So if we have this kind of fight, I think it's not very healthy for a relationship.
When you are interested in another party that is of a different race or religion or whatever, like you do some research by yourself and maybe you get exposed first to see whether you are really okay to step into it first. If you want to do something, just go ahead, because you don't know tomorrow whether you'll still be alive or not, that kind.
And one more thing is that it's never too early to actually discuss certain things in your relationship. As long as it's an interracial relationship, you can slowly start talking about religion-wise, and if you really get together, how are we going to work things? So that as long as when you're really getting into the picture, serious moments, you don't have an argument, then let the serious moments actually cause a breakup. Just because you didn't discuss at the starting part, you were enjoying the starting courting motion. Then when you're going into a serious relationship, then certain things you can't adapt to it or you can't understand, then it causes a breakup. Okay, so we actually brought
it's a ring.
It's a ring. So we actually told ourselves that we will date and be together for 1 year. So after the 1 year, so this is the first thing we actually got for each other, like a couple ring. So I don't know whether people still does this, like that. Our time, a couple lab was very famous. Like all the couples will go to couple labs. It's not engraved, so it's a molded ring with our names inside. நான் உன்னை காதலிக்கிறேன். ஸோ கடைசி வரைக்கும் ஒன்றா இருந்து ஒன்றா இருப்போம்.
我的心里话是希望每天早上起来，不然就是睡觉前都能看到你，然后我们可以开开心心活着。就这样。
可以。